Welcome to SolidCAM Professor. I'm Sydney, your SolidCAM Professor, and in this session we'll be doing our HSS option of Parallel to Surface. In this operation, I'd like to work straight onto these faces around here and around here, but I'd like to work parallel to this surface over here. So I'll start my operation by using the HSS option of Parallel to Surface as shown in my menu over here. Now the geometry that I'll be using will be this geometry over here, which is working on the wall itself. And my edge surface will be these surfaces, this surface around on the floor over here. Now my tool that I will be using will be a 1mm ball end mill. Now what I'd like to do, however, is I'd like to have actually only one pass at this moment going on the surface itself. So in our geometry area, we have the option over here of determining the number of cuts, and I simply write I only want to have one cut on the part itself. Now I'll do save and calculate, and in our simulation you'll see that our tool path is actually going down one pass on the surface itself, parallel to the surface, but only doing one pass on the part. Now what I'd like to do now is actually go into my roughing area, because I like to actually step down slowly onto the surface itself. So in my roughing area, I'll choose the option of depth cuts, and in my depth cuts itself I'll choose that I want to have a total of 6 cuts, and each cut being 0.5 millimeters away from each other. In addition, I'd like to go into my links, and I'd like to activate my first entry and last entry using my lead in and my lead out. And in my default lead in and out area, I'd like to use my vertical tangent for lead in, and for my lead out, I'd like to use the tangential arc. Now let me do save and calculate, and this time in my simulation you'll note that we have several steps going down on the part as shown here, and besides that I also have my lead in and my lead out exactly the way I defined them. Thank you for joining us on SolidCAM Professor. Take care and have a nice day.